G'day everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Tim and this is part 2 of how to make money selling Lego investing. So let's begin. So obviously this is part 2. We are continuing from part 1 where we did start off the conversation, just a generalization of Lego investing, getting started, learning about retiring sets, learning about how to pick sets and what type of research you should be doing. So I'll leave a link for that down below to check out part 1, then come back and watch part 2. But obviously if you watch part 1, let's get into it with part 2. Rightio, so continuing on. So we have decided on what set we are going to invest in. We've had a look. We know that it is retiring this year, and we know that it does display some winning signs, that it may be a good set post-retirement, and that we believe it's going to go up in value after it does retire. So now what is the next step? We have to purchase this set. So what is the best way to go ahead and purchase a set? Now, I could easily make a video just talking about this on its own, but I'm just going to be breaking down the fundamentals in this video. Now, if the set you chose to invest in is a readily available set, meaning that it is not a Lego exclusive and not like a single retailer exclusive, like a Target exclusive or anything like that, if it is a set that's available at multiple different retailers, like here for Australia, an example, if it was available at a Big W, a Kmart, a Target, the Lego store, Bricks Mega Store, and any other type of retailers, those are the type of sets that you should be waiting towards the middle to the kind of like Q3, Q4 to purchase. And if you picked a set that is kind of more exclusive in the way, like maybe it is just a Lego exclusive, or it is an exclusive and maybe you can only also buy it from Target, for example, those are the sets that you can be targeting to buy a little bit earlier. This is because of supply and demand. So obviously, if a set is readily available at different retailers, it's going to be a lot easier to pick up multiples than a set that is just an exclusive and is usually out of stock. So I'm going to give an example right now. So let's take it that we have decided to invest in this set here, the Harry Potter Hogwarts Moment, the Divination class, set number 76396. As you can see, we are on the Big W website, which is a retailer here in Australia. And as we can see, it is also available at Kmart. It is also available at other retailers, and obviously it is on the Lego store as well. So this is what I would call a readily available set because it's available at multiple retailers. And if we compare this to a set like the classic TV series Batmobile, for example, this set is also retiring at the end of the year. But as you can see, this one is this is on the Lego store. It's temporarily out of stock, and this one is only available at Target as the other retailer. So you won't find this at Big W and Kmart. So if you picked a set like this, for example, I don't have an issue, me personally, with picking this set up earlier than I would a set that is readily available. Now, why is this? So if I was to buy the Divination class, let's just say if I was starting to invest around like February, March, and I'm getting started for the year, what set am I going to buy? If I was to buy this set in February, March, I'm going to be holding on to it until the end of December when it's going to retire. So there's about 9 to 10 months of that set sitting on the shelf, not appreciating value, and that money is just sitting there, just going to waste essentially. Where if I use that money and buy a set that is a lot harder to get, so this one here, it's been out of stock for about 5 months now. It has been extremely hard to get because the supply is so low. So if you are going to invest earlier in the year, I suggest using your money and resources to buy sets that are harder to get and more exclusive, because sets like the Divination class, I could go and pick that up now towards more the end of the year, and I only have to hold on to that set for a couple of months before it does retire. That's my strategy. I'm not an investment advisor and anything like that. I'm just going from my personal experience. My target is more exclusive sets and harder to get sets. I will start to purchase earlier in the year because they are hard to get multiples of, like this one for example. And sets that I am looking to invest in, like just say if I was to invest in this set, I would wait more towards the end of the year and use my finances towards the end of the year. That way they are not sitting. This set won't be sitting on the shelf for as long before it does retire, because it is easier to get compared to this set. The only way I would probably change this is if you are looking to buy like large quantities of a set. So if you were looking to buy like, hundreds and hundreds of a certain set, then obviously you can start a lot earlier. But if you are only looking to pick up a few here and there, maybe you're only looking up to pick like 3, 4, or 5 of this set, then wait more towards the end of the year rather than having your money sit on the shelf for 10 months when that money could be utilized to buy harder sets at the beginning of the year, because it is so much harder to get a set like the classic TV series Batmobile from like July to towards the end of the year. It is extremely hard to get, and they more than likely will retire them early. That can happen as well, like the Darth Vader meditation chamber. So unless you're looking to buy large quantities, if it's an exclusive set, buy it more earlier in the year, because it's going to be harder to get, and more readily available sets tend to target towards kind of the mid to end year of your purchasing. Now I've touched about that, what about what prices should we buy at? What is the target discount? Should we be paying retail, and what's our strategies? So the golden rule usually in LEGO investing is never pay retail price for a set, and we don't want to be. There is some special circumstances where we will pay retail, but probably about 95% of the time you want to be buying at a discount. Now, what is a good discount? I always aim for at least 20% off. Whether if that is, so we go back to the screen and we can see that the divination set, for example, on the LEGO store it retails for $50. So 20% off that would obviously bring it down to $40. So the target buy price would be at least $40. And as we can see, Kmart has it for $34, Big W has it for $39. So they're a decent target price to buy it. Obviously, if you get a bigger discount, that's even better, because the more money you save when it comes time to sell it, the more return on investment you are going to earn, and the more money you are going to earn. But in some circumstances, it's going to be harder to get a set like the classic TV series Batmobile, and you're more than likely going to have to pay retail. A set like this, I don't have an issue with paying retail for, because it's already selling for more than double on the aftermarket. But in circumstances like this, that's when you want to be utilizing the gift with purchase a lot more. So on LEGO Australia, where I'm from, and all over the world, a couple of times a month or once a month, LEGO will do what's called a gift with purchase, and if you spend a certain amount of money, you'll get a gift for free when you spend over a certain amount. And obviously, when you do receive that gift, you sell it on the aftermarket, and that will then result in the cost of what sets you did buy to come down, and that will usually, you want to target that to equal the 20% off as well. Further to that, you can download different apps and apply for different memberships. So you do have the VIP program on here on the LEGO store, which I'm not currently logged into, but this is what it is here. So you can see that you earn points for shopping in LEGO and doing online orders and stuff like that. You get other benefits as well, but the main thing with the VIP is you get points depending on how much you spend, and you can redeem them points for vouchers, which means you're going to save more money down the track as well. And you want to be stacking these different things. It's like the VIP program, and an app called Shopback you can use. You get a certain percentage of your money back over a certain amount of time, and different memberships like here in Australia, Flybys, Everyday Rewards, and just stuff like that. You want to be utilizing them when purchasing a set. But the golden rule is you want to try and aim for at least 20% off, and if it's at retail price, try and use other ways in order to bring that cost down, whether it's gift with purchase or different memberships. You want to be utilizing them all the time, but especially when you can't get a set at a decent discount. And if this set was to come back in stock, some sets you just have to pay retail for. Not often, but sometimes you just have to. But those are the sets, obviously, if you're going to be paying retail, you know that the signs are there that it is going to perform well. Like if we were to look on the secondary market for this set, it's already selling for above $100 here in Australia, so that's why I would have no issue with paying retail for this set. But as I said, aim for 20% off and utilize gift with purchases and different memberships in order to bring your cost down, resulting in your return on investment being higher. So now we've chosen the set to buy, we've gone and bought it, and we've got it at a discount. What do we do now? Now it's the fun part. We have to store it and wait for it to retire and to go up in value. So extremely fun. So I'm just going to touch briefly on storage. So obviously you want to be storing it somewhere safe and secure, somewhere away from moisture, somewhere away from obviously rain and leakage and that type of stuff, away from smoke and away from pets, just all that obvious stuff. Just secure it somewhere safe where it's not going to get damaged or any other type of damage to the box. That's the last thing we do want. Just a safe place to store your sets. For example, I do store mine on warehouse shelves. Either if I did get the set shipped to me, I'll just leave it in the box, chuck it on the shelf, leave it there for years. I've been investing in Lego for over 9 years now. I've never had an issue with just leaving my sets in a box. Or bubble wrap, I can use that as well to avoid shelf wear, because if I'm leaving my sets on the shelf for a year or two or around that mark, sometimes it can develop shelf wear. I'm really picky. I love my sets to be mint condition, so I'll always just bubble wrap or even just put like some type of towel or sheet just to avoid that shelf wear, and as I said, away from pets and away from a smoke environment. So now we've bought our set and we've stored it. Now we just have to wait for that set to retire and for that set to start appreciating in value. So my target, as I said in the previous video, I will usually target for about 12 to 18 month hold time before I will sell that set. Sometimes it may be less, sometimes it may be more, and I'll be looking to get about 80% to 100% return on investment. So your set's been retired for a little while. How do we check the value? How do we check how it's going? This is when you jump on the likes of eBay sales, Amazon sales, and you can look at different Facebook marketplaces and Facebook groups to see what they're roughly selling like, and also utilize Bricklink last 6 months sales as well. You want to be utilizing all these different things to get an average of how much the set is selling for. And obviously you can jump on YouTube. YouTubers will sometimes make videos about particular sets, how they are performing. I've done a few like that on updates, and I will do videos on how a set has started performing in the last 6 months. I've done a few of these, for example, on like the recently retired Corner Garage and the T-Rex Rampage. I'll leave a playlist link down below for Lego updates and just how to check how a set is performing after it does retire. But you've had a look and you've seen that, oh wow, the set I've invested in after 12 months, it's doubled in value. So depending on what your goal is, when is it time to sell? So as I said, I will aim for about 80% to 100% return on investment, and then I will sell my set. Now, where do I sell it? I use mainly 2 main sources, and number 1 being Facebook Marketplace. Maybe different in other countries, but the main reason why I'll use Facebook Marketplace is because there is 0 fees. If you use different things like Bricklink to sell and eBay to sell and Amazon to sell, you're going to be hit with fees. Yes, you can get a bit more of a premium, especially on eBay, but usually I will take the average price of about Bricklink and then sell it on Marketplace for around that price, and I don't have to pay any fees. But as I said, you can get a premium for eBay. Check out, and you usually see that eBay sets do sell for higher than what they do on Bricklink, but after eBay fees, which are a lot higher than Bricklink fees, they usually kind to average out at about the same amount after fees. But I'll just take that amount and sell it on Facebook Marketplace. But failing that, I will then use eBay, because there obviously is a bigger audience to sell your sets, and that's just when you have to go to the trouble of obviously teeing up posted prices and stuff like that. But usually it's easy for me just to sell my sets on Facebook, and people will usually come and pick them up. I sold a shit ton of sets back beginning of the year. I sold about $20,000 worth. I think I made an earlier video about that ages ago, and that was all just through Facebook Marketplace, and people come to me to pick up the sets, and it was easy as that. But as I said, everyone is different. Everyone has different goals. So take it for example, if I was to invest $10,000 into Lego by the end of this year, and that is what I have spent, $10,000. In 12 to 18 months from that point, I want to around double my money. So let's just say I've spent 10 grand and the sets have doubled in 12 months to 20 grand. I'll then sell them sets for $20,000, however long it takes, and then I will repeat the process, put all that 20 grand back in, and continue to compound it and continue to 80% to 100% ROI my money every single 12 months to 18 months. And that's how I've made a lot of money doing this. I started years and years ago, and you just keep repeating the process, researching your sets to find out which ones are going to be the winners. Obviously, you're not going to be able to get a winner 10 out of 10 times, but if you sit down, you do your research properly, you watch many different videos to get a different idea of what people are thinking, but most importantly, you need to do your own research when it comes to this, and you need to make the ultimate decision for yourself whether you think it's going to be a good investment or not. And usually 9 out of 10 times, you will be correct. But anyway, guys, that was the Lego investing part of how to make money with Lego. If you did enjoy this part and part 1, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel and leave your thoughts down below. And I will be doing another video like this in regards to used Lego next week. So make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell to be notified when that video does release. But more videos will be coming out tomorrow, and I'll try and pump them out every day as I have been. As I said, I'm back into the grind, so let's get it pumping out some informative content for you guys. But thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.